All right, let's just dive right in. Today, we're talking about something I think every single one of us has felt. That feeling of being completely stuck in your own head. Your thoughts just running in circles. It's so frustrating, it's exhausting, but don't worry. We're going to lay out a really clear path to a calmer mind.
You know the moment, right? It's always when the lights are out, you're trying to drift off to sleep, but your brain just snaps on and decides, hey, now's the perfect time to think about every single possible bad thing that could happen tomorrow. Or maybe replay that embarrassing thing you said like 6 years ago. Yeah, you know that loop.
And look, you are so not alone in this. There's actually a name for it. It's called overthinking. It's a huge trigger for anxiety and honestly, one of the biggest thieves of a good night's sleep. It's a shared human thing, and just being able to put a name to it, well, that can be a relief all by itself. Okay, so if we want to figure out how to stop it, first, we really need to understand what's actually going on in our minds when we get trapped in what you could call this overthinking spiral. And you can see right here how it creates this vicious cycle, can't you? It kicks off with those endless what-if scenarios. And let's be real, that's not problem solving. That's just spinning your wheels. All that spinning creates this constant low-grade hum of anxiety that makes it impossible to switch off at night. And the result? You wake up feeling totally drained before your day has even started. I know, that sounds kind of bleak. But here's where things take a turn. The cycle feels endless, but the key word there is feels. It is absolutely not unbreakable. There are real, concrete things you can do to jump off that hamster wheel and get your peace of mind back. And that brings us to the very first and maybe the single most important step on this whole journey. It all starts with one simple but really powerful realization. So here's the big aha moment. You have to see the activity for exactly what it is, completely and utterly useless. It's not helping you, it's not protecting you, it's just a massive drain on your energy. It's worry for the sake of worrying, and it doesn't lead anywhere productive. And let's be really, really clear on this. Recognizing this is not about beating yourself up. You're not supposed to say, oh, I'm so bad for doing this. Nope. You're just observing the thought pattern, like a scientist, and concluding, you know what? This isn't serving me. That simple, non-judgmental thought is the key that unlocks everything else. Okay, so you see that the pattern is useless. What do you do instead? What do you replace it with? Well, the main tool for this is something you've probably heard a lot about, mindfulness. Now, mindfulness can sound like this really big, intimidating, complicated thing, but at its heart, it's actually incredibly simple. It's just the practice of paying attention to right now, noticing what's happening in this present moment, and letting that be enough, without all the extra commentary and judgment. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine your mind is a stormy sea, and your thoughts? They're the big, chaotic waves, just tossing you all over the place. Your breath? That's your anchor. It's always there. It's steady. It's present. And by focusing on it, you stop getting thrown around by the waves and you find your stable ground again. So how do you actually do it? It really is this simple. First, you just bring your attention to your breath, the feeling of air coming in and going out. Then you kind of zoom out a little and just notice the physical sensations in your body, maybe the weight of your body on the chair. And here is the most important part, step 3. Your mind is going to wander. That is what minds do. It's not a failure. The practice isn't about stopping your thoughts. It's about gently and without getting frustrated, just guiding your attention back to your anchor, back to your breath, back to your body, back to right now. So you've got this physical practice, this anchor, but it's supported by a really powerful mental shift. It's about changing the entire frame you're looking through. Wow, I mean, look at this comparison. It says it all, doesn't it? Over on one side, you've got that overthinking mindset. It's obsessed with what if something bad happens. It fights against uncertainty, and it's always focused on the negative. But then look at the other side, the acceptance mindset. It's not pretending bad things can't happen. No, it just accepts that risk is a part of life and then makes a powerful choice to say, I'll handle what comes, and to focus on a positive attitude. And that, right there, is the real power. That's the secret. You can't control the future. You can't get rid of every risk. But what you can control, 100%, is where you focus your energy.
And choosing to shift that energy away from things you can't control and toward cultivating your own attitude, well, that's a total game changer. Okay, so let's pull all these pieces together. Let's map out what this path forward, this path to a more peaceful mind actually looks like in practice. Here it is. This is your takeaway toolkit. First, recognize that the thought spiral is useless. Just see it for what it is. Second, use your breath as a real, practical anchor to pull you back to the present moment. Third, make that mental shift to accept that you just can't control everything. And finally, actively choose where you put your focus. Choose a positive outlook. It's a simple 4-step strategy for taking back your calm. And please remember this. This is so important. The goal is not to reach some magical state where you never have a worried thought ever again. That's not realistic. Worries are going to pop up. The real goal is to stop those worries from completely hijacking your brain and spiraling out of control. It's all about building a more peaceful, more resilient life, one moment, one breath at a time. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Instead of just listening to this, let's actually put it into practice. Right now, what is one single recurring useless thought that you can make a conscious choice to just let go of, just for tonight? That one choice, that's where this whole journey really begins. Thanks for joining this explainer.